As the second wave of the desert locust invasion continues to ravage different parts of East Africa, putting food security at risk, the government of Kenya says it has enough resources to sustain and win the fight against the invasion. This comes just a day after the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO, one of the government's key partners in combating the locusts, warned that funding shortfalls could derail aerial fight against the rollback on the rollback on the gains already recorded. Victor Kiprop has the details.
After surviving the first wave of the desert locust invasion, which saw thousands of hectares of food crops and pasture destroyed across the country, Kenya is once again under siege by the destructive insects. In the second wave of the invasion, at least 15 counties have already been invaded by the swarms over the last 4 months, and the country's food security is once again at risk.
Basically, 75 swarms have been reported so far. And out of those, 66 swarms have been treated, reflecting a total area of 19,100 hectares. So that means 80% success rate in terms of containing and decimating the locusts.
On Wednesday, the Food and Agriculture Organization FAO warned that the gains recorded in the fight against the locusts could be eroded if it does not receive additional funding to sustain the operations of 28 anti-locust aircraft, which could cease operations in March. In a statement, FAO Deputy Director General Laurent Thomas said, and I quote, "The swarms have been massively reduced in number and in size. It would be tragic to throw away these achievements just as the nations of East Africa are starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel." End of quote.
To tell us they are here, and then we take action.
Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya, however, says there is no cause for alarm.
We have had a meeting with our partners. We've looked at the basket we have in terms of resources. We don't have a challenge of resources. Of course, as I've said, the invasion the magnitude is not very predictable because of so many variables in terms of weather, in terms of the numbers that are in those countries, and therefore we still welcome any support.
According to the FAO, a 20-kilometer square swarm of locusts with an average density of 60 million adults per kilometer square can eat the same amount of food in one day that would feed at least 2,500 people for a year. Victor Kiprop, NTV Business.